Greetings. I'm Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime Mysteries and Documentaries. True Crime Mysteries.
Morning.
Good morning. Just one moment. All right. So do you want to just do your time at the Bear County Jail and be done with this case?
No, I do not.
Then why do you keep skipping tests?
Well, at first it was because it's a certain way you have to do it. When you plug it in, you wait 60 seconds and then you have to wait an additional 90 seconds. So I wasn't plugging in a lot because of my kids, so they wouldn't get to it.
You
And
mean
then I
because of your
plugged it in.
children?
Huh?
You mean because of your children, kids
Yes.
or baby goats?
No, my children.
All right. So what's going on with your children?
Well, they okay. I just had a baby, October 18th. We just currently moved out of our apartment.
All right. Who is we?
Me, my 3 kids.
Children.
My children, yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry. But yeah, me and my children just moved out, January 1st, back to my mom, so I'm currently looking for a bigger house and, still looking for employment as well, since I just had a baby, so it's kind of hard.
So where's the father? And this is just me asking because I'm curious.
He's not around. He went back to Chicago.
All right, so why don't people make plans and do some research before they consider having a child with somebody?
I mean,
Are we
did
just
have
out here?
plans.
Are we just out here having children?
No, we actually did have plans. He who got the house, the furniture and everything, we just didn't work out. So I packed up and I got a U-Haul truck and I moved my stuff out and went back to my mom's and he left.
All right, here's the thing. If you skip another test, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. So it's probably in your children's best interest that you stay with your mother until this probation is done, because let me just tell you what will happen. If a motion to revoke is filed with you and you're living by yourself with your children, you know what's going to end up happening? CPS is going to get called. And when CPS gets called, they're going to take your children. Then once they take your children, what will end up happening is they'll see if there's a relative who's willing to take all 3. Maybe your mom will say, you know what, I'll step up to the plate, I'll take all 3. Or maybe she may say, you know what, I can't handle 3 children, I'll take 1. And then your children will be spread out to different people, or either they will be in the foster system and they may be spread out in the foster system with 3 different people. How old are your children?
11, 8, 7, and 4 months.
All right. So usually what I can tell you in Child Protective Services cases, everybody wants the baby. And you know why they want the baby? Because they feel as though maybe the baby hasn't suffered too much trauma because they're just a baby. So everybody wants the baby. The 11-year-old, usually in the foster care system, people are like, 11-year-old is too old. So what will end up happening if you don't get your act together is that there's a potential for your children being placed in the foster care system and being split up. So you're going to be living with your mother. You're not moving from your mother's home until this case is done. Do you understand?
When would this case be done, Your Honor?
You'll talk to probation about that. So you're going to live with your mom. And moving around from place to place is not good for children anyway. Ms. Abrams, she's going to stay with her mom. If there's another skipped test, what's going to end up happening is just file a motion to revoke. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It's always been negative.
All right. So, and we'll do a drug test today for her. Do you have any questions about anything?
I mean, I do. I feel like I never, since I had the breathalyzer, I never, not once missed. I always blow 3 times a day. If anything, I'm late, but as far as missing, I always blew 3 times a day. So I don't understand why.
From January 5th, 2024 to February 6th, 2024, there have been 16 skip tests. So that's where we are.
It's impossible.
Well, that's what I have.
And Judge, a skip test is a late test, just to make clarification for the court.
Yes.
So even if you're 5 minutes late, they consider that as a skip.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're gonna live with your mom? Get her dress for her mom? That's where you're gonna live until this probation is completed. You're not gonna skip any more tests. If you skip another test, we're not gonna have this conversation. Just file a motion to revoke. And if it's in proper order, I'm gonna sign it. And it's better for you to be at your mother's house with your children if a motion to revoke is filed than on your own. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you. Louis Herrera. Flying up.
Don't move the number.
You're in a good spot. You're in a good spot.
Don't move up. Sit on the number. Do not move up, please.
All right, court is calling 2018 CR 12057, State of Texas versus Jessica Decimito. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense,
Roger Pettis from Ms. Decimito, Your Honor.
are you Ms. Decimito?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Jessica Decimito who was placed on community supervision for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on May 23rd, 2019 for a term of 5 years? Is that you? All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 2, on or about the 11th day of October 2023 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Jessica L. Decimito. And did then and there admit to illegal use of controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, violation condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
For way the remaining violated condition, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It is to revoke the individual off the probation, sentence her to 2 years in the Texas Department of Corrections.
All right, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Ms. Decimino, I have the honor to represent, is a U.S. Navy veteran. She has suffered from PTSD and some general anxiety, so she's had a struggle with drugs. As we sit here today, we have 844 days credit of Bear County Jail credit. She's set to expire on her 5-year term here in just 2 months. In May, she's completed her community service hours. She did the parenting class that you requested, Your Honor. We believe, I don't want to talk out of turn, that we are either paid all our money or there's a $70 balance. She's completed with the court's assistance and direction of the DDR program. She's done SAFE and she successfully completed that. She's currently a caregiver for her mother. The person that was in her life that helped continue to lead her down a path of challenging ways was her ex-boyfriend that we are glad to report as of July. He is a persona non grata. 7/31/2023, she turned him in and they have no further relations. Earlier or late last year, she presented ourselves, and I attended this to herself individually to a 30-day program at Laurel Ridge. She extended it on her own to 45 days.
All right.
She's a 100% disabled veteran. She works part-time with the gentleman who's here supporting her, Adam Gullen. She does some of the computer work for him. It's been a daily struggle, a challenging, but she's working through this. I think see on the Laurel Ridge program, we're ready to move forward. If you could give her the credit for the time served under this proposal, and we would be honored, Your Honor.
All right. Here's the thing. If I give her credit for time served, with the time she served, which I will, they're going to still take her into custody and she'll still have to be processed at the prison.
Okay.
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? I'm going to raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, can you lower your hand? State your name for the record. All right, what are you going to be positive for?
I might be positive.
All right, so you're still using.
Somebody, I've actually been abstaining. I honestly was pleading and I found something and I. It was a bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, it's good and
You used it.
Yes, I did.
All right, so. Well, no, I appreciate your apology, but you really should be apologizing to yourself and your body because drugs do bad thing to the body. All right, so this is what the court is going to do. One, you were on probation for 5 years. I can extend you, but you're going to go into custody today and you'll be referred to felony drug court. Yes. All right. Felony drug court is not going to accept you back. So it appears that everything has been tried. I can't think of anything else.
Factors that we also were treatment for. However, back when the referral was made, there were several attempts to get in contact with her and she did not respond.
All right. And so has she been to safety?
Yes.
On the veterans program, we do have a response on that.
During that time frame, I was incarcerated and the Veterans Treatment Program did not accept me. I don't know why, but they did not, and I was incarcerated. They did not respond to me. And
All right. So here's the thing. I see that she's a veteran. I take that in consideration. I see that she has done some things. I know she hasn't lived up to the court's requests. I know that she's continuing to use. I can revoke her. She's going to come out with the same problems, or I can send her back to safety, extend her, and counsel if you want to see if Veterans Treatment Court will interview her at the jail, but I won't be releasing her from the jail.
And under the revocation program, would it be a 2-year sanction?
I will follow your agreement for revocation if that's what you all prefer.
I think
But
based-
either way, she's going into custody.
I think based on the situation with the number of days that she has, that she understands she is still struggling with this on a day-to-day basis. And I think we're appropriate with the 2-year sanction for jail with the credit for time served, if your honor could grant that.
All right. Are you waiving your right to appeal? Are you asking the court to follow this? All right. And I believe she may have used something today or sometime.
Not today. She is very nervous and anxious in the relationship that I've had with her. There's a very very nervous, anxious and nervousness to her personality.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to follow your agreement, grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, credit for any inpatient treatment. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? I'm sorry? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Which branch were you in? All right, so here's the thing, what I know about people who've been in the military. If you're able to go through boot camp, and if you're able to serve, you can beat this, but you just got to be extra vigilant with it. You understand? And if there's anybody out there who's trying to get you off track of being clean and sober, they shouldn't be in your life. And when you're released from the prison, there are plenty of services available for veterans. If something happens and you can't find something when you get out, you can always come back here. If I'm here, you can always come back here to me and we will find something for you. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service.